very active at St. Peter's Lutheran Church in Toronto, both Vivi and Nelly Gustafsson came to Canada aboard the Walnut in 1948. Vivi and Nelly met on board the Walnut. Their bonds are strong. Nelly's family album states, "Friends forever."
I came on Walnut because my family came on Walnut. I was quite happy in Sweden, actually.
So was I.
But we, as kids, we always listened to our parents, and because they wanted to go, so we had to go too. And it was kind of stressful, you know. You had to leave practically everything to Sweden, and we didn't have very much clothing or anything to take with us. But what about you, Vivi?
Oh, I was so sad. I used to walk the streets of Stockholm and cry, and it was really sad to leave, but I didn't want to stay behind.
Yeah.
So, but once we were on
the
ship, it was okay. Yeah. It was exciting in the beginning.
But I remember all the people. There were so many people, you know, trying to get on that ship. You know, that's all I remember.
Were you seasick?
Was I seasick?
Yeah.
Well, if anybody was seasick, it was me. All across Atlantic, I was seasick.
I was throwing up, and a very nice gentleman came along, and he said, "I will bring you a bowl of soup, and you'll be okay." And he did, and I ate that, and from then on, I was fine. I didn't have any more problems.
I did go up on the deck because everybody said it's much better there. But then we were standing right underneath the big, you know, smoke chimney, whatever you call it on the ship.
Yeah.
And you could get these fumes from there, and that made me even worse. And another thing, where did we get the oranges? What, did we get
was
them?
In Ireland. Ireland,
and they had gone kind of sour.
I don't know if they were bad. I think we just ate too many, and we were seasick after.
Yeah, but because I didn't eat any oranges, or I couldn't stand orange milk for years after I came to Canada.
I was the same way.
It was just so, you know, if I even looked at orange, I got sick. But on the ship it was, you know, I mean, you couldn't go anywhere. You had to lie on your cot.
Well, I remember at night sometime we used to gather up around the smokestack, and Fritz Hainsar used to tell us all kind of stories. That sticks in my mind.
I don't think I took part of that.
Maybe you didn't.
No, but I remember when we were in the middle of Atlantic, and when something happened to the pumps or something. There was something wrong with the ship anyways. The motors weren't working anymore. And my father came down there because my father wasn't staying with the women and children where we were. We had mostly women and children. And he said, "Oh, I don't know what's going on." It was really stormy, you know. And he said, "I don't know what's going to happen because it's not."
The ship was taking in water.
Yeah, it was taking in water, but they fixed it, you know, and then everything went on again. It was just. And another thing was really funny when we went on the ship, you know, in that little room where there was sleeping room, maybe for 4 people only, but we had something like 30 or more people in it, and there was my sister with her son and me and my mother, I think, and then 2 guys were sleeping next to me. And my father said, you know, I was just 18 years old. Was I 18? Yeah, I was 18 years old. My father said, "You're not going to sleep here with these guys." So he got a piece of plywood, and he made a wall between me and the guys.
Do you know who the guys were?
So there I was, the guys were knocking on the wall once in a while. I remember so clearly the waves on Atlantic.
Oh yeah.
They were I mean, I can't even describe them because they were so high, and the little walnut was down here, and you could see nothing but water going up like that, and then the ship started going up
and down.
And down.
Yeah.
It was miracle, completely a miracle that we did arrive in Canada.
Oh, and in Ireland, when we had a stopover, and when we left, all the people, all the Irish people on the shore were crying and waving, and we had a
blessing
priest. We had a priest there blessing the ship.
And I always say that maybe we did arrive here because they were, you know, the ministers and the priests, and they all came out and they blessed us.
Because I think the worst of it was after Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. The North Sea was North Sea was rough. But that's where we used up too much coal, you know, and we had to go into Ireland to reload again.
Right. Yeah.
And but Irish people were good to us.
They were very kind. Yes.
They were just unbelievably good people, and they took us in, and you know. You could take a bath or something like that, you know, and wash. And they brought clothing.
I remember a little fellow about 14 brought me some perfume.
Really?
Yes.
Well, isn't that nice, huh? But I guess the Coast Guard came out because it started to snow when we got close to Canada. And it started to snow. We were sort of in a snowstorm, I remember. And the Coast Guard came out and took us into Sydney. From there we went to Halifax. Pier 21 was, we were separated, like because my mother had the little boy, you know, they were in a separate room, and then all the women, which I was in the women's group too, you know, we were in one room, and there must have been about 20 of us. And they locked the door in the evening. When we had to go to sleep, they locked the door and everything. But we had a huge. There was a huge recreation hall in a hall, you know, where we had all kinds of. They showed the films and everything, and we did our share in the kitchen. We helped in the kitchen, which we really enjoyed because it was.
Didn't. We were in Rockhead. We didn't have to do that.
You had, you had it easy then, yeah.
Maybe half of the people were sent there. And that was when we had the most fun. New Year's Eve, we had a party there, and we had a costume party at one time. We got all dressed up.
So these things were very, very good. And after a year, we worked, Vivi and I, we went to Ryerson to registered nursing assistant course. So we have been together all the time. And good friends too.
Yeah, forever. Friends forever.
Forever friends,
yeah.
yeah.